Hi guys, now we are going to create MVC application with WCF service. So for this tutorial I am using Windows SQL Server 2012 and Visual Studio 2013. Now I am going to create new project. I'm selecting Visual Studio 2014 and MVC web application and name it as customers service. Solution name is WCF in MVC. I need to select the service, web service, so WCF service, and I'm going to select WCF service application. So name is customer service and solution name is WCF in MVC. So I'm creating WCF service. So now I'm in the customer service in WCF in MVC solution. Okay, now I'm going to add. I'm going to use the EntityFramework for this application. So now I'm going to add the new item. So add new item. I need to select the data, ADO.NET EntityFramework. Now I'm going to name it as Northwind model. Northwind model, because I am going to use the Northwind database. So I'm selecting the generate from database, this one. I didn't have any connection, so now I'm going to create the new connection. Click on new connection. I'm going to use the data source as MySQL Server SQL client, and I'm going to use this database server. So this is the name. It has a Windows authentication. So now I'm paste, and I'm selecting the Northwind database, and I click on test connection. The test connection is succeeded, so the database connection is okay. I'm going to click on OK. Now this is the default name Northwind entities. Of course, I am fine with the default name. If I require new name, I will modify this name, but its default name is okay for me. I'm going to use the EntityFramework 5.0. I'm going to select customers table, and the model namespace Northwind model is fine for me, so I didn't change that one. Click on finish. Now takes some time. Now our Northwind model EDMX file is created, that is from the EntityFramework. We have Northwind model context and Northwind model designer and Northwind model TT. In the Northwind model TT, we have the customer class. This is the customer class automatically generated. For every property, it gives the get and set properties. See here, this is the customer class. Because I am only using the customer table only, so that's why it is creating the customer entities. So and this is the model diagram for the customer. So now I am going to create I am going to use this data EDMX file data in the interface. So now I am going to move the interface. I didn't require this one, so I am removing this one, and I am also don't require these things. I am going to get the list element, list of customers. So I am going to create list customer. So now I am going to get the number of customers. So get yes, I didn't pass in any values, so I'm going to mention like this. So I need to implement this interface. So this interface will be implemented here, service1.svc. I'm going to remove these things. So now I'm going to implement this interface. Implement interface. Now I am going to write the logic. Now I am going to implement get customers method here. So now initially I am creating like Northwind entities obj context equal to new Northwind entities. So I am creating one variable where k equal to from n in obj context dot customers select n now I need to return the list of customers. Turn k dot to list customer. Oh, sorry. This is some method. List of customers. So now I'm getting the list of customers. I write in the list customers method. So I'm going to build a solution. Now build succeeded. So now I'm going to run the application. So I wanted to take the address which it is running, so that I don't wanted to run this one in debug mode. I wanted to run this one in release mode. So I'm clicking Control F5. This is the WCF test client. Because we didn't have any host application in order to run the service, so automatically WCF will create the WCF test client. So here it is the address. We need to copy this one, copy address, and close this one. So now I wanted to use this customer service in my MVC application. So I'm going to create new project. I'm going to create web application Visual Studio 2005 and ASP.NET MVC4 web application. This is, I'm going to name it as customer web MVC application. I'm going to click OK. Here are the templates for the MVC application. So now I'm going to select basic application and view engine as browser. Of course I can able to select the ASP.NET ASPX, but here I am creating the browser view engine. So click on OK. So it will create the MVC application. Here it is the customer MVC application. Here we have the controller, model, and views. Here it is the our customer service. So now I'm going to use this customer service in my application. So initially I'm going to run IIS Express is running. So I'm going to add the web service here. Add service reference. I'm going to paste the service reference address here and click on go. So because IIS server is running on backside, so we'll get the service information. So this one is the customer service. So I'm going to name it as customer service reference. Customer service reference. Click on OK. So here it is the service reference added. So now I'm going to create the new controller. Right click on control, create add controller. I'm going to name it as customer controller, and template leave it as blank. Click on add. Here it is my new controller. So now I am going to use my service here. Customers MVC application dot to get the customer service reference, but I didn't get the customer service reference namespace. These things sometimes happens because it is automation error. Sometimes these things happens. So in order to resolve this one, right click on the customer service, right click on that one and click on configure service reference. Here you need to uncheck reuse types and reference assemblies. Now click on OK. So now rebuild the solution. Now try to get the service name. Yeah. Now we'll get the customer service reference dot service one client. Now I am going to give it a name. I'm going to call it as obj equal to new client. Now I'm going to return those values. Dot get customers. So now I'm returning the customer values. Now I need to create a view. So right click on the click inside the index method, click on add view, save it as default values, and I wanted to select the model class. Here I want to select customer MVC application. So and support type is I want to select the list. So click on so the index view for the customer. So now I am going to application. In the application I need to run both the projects because we need the customer service. So in order to do that one, I set startup projects as multiple startup projects and start customer service. Click on OK. So both the application will start at the same time. So I am going to click on Control F5. Now this is the MVC application, but what happens is here we are selecting the basic MVC application. So there is no other controls other than that on customer controller. So there is no other pages. So that it is trying for the home controller. But what happens is because default controller is home. But what happens is we didn't have the home controller. So we need to explicitly specify the which controller we wanted to run. So I am specifying customer controller. So for the every controller default action method is index method. So for the customer controller the index method is so for the customer controller the default action method is index. So it is automatically run and we get the customer details from the Northwind database. That is the end of the tutorial.